Hey Austin, how are you? I saw you over at Timo's earlier. Let's see, guys, just going through a few things. I see that our friend Weldon Carey met his goal. Well done. 1 point. Hey, Kathy. 1.31K. He was a few away yesterday, and now he's there. He met. Let's see. He's actually live right now. If anyone would like to check him out, Weld and Carey. Well, he's got 38 watching right now. Well done. And our friend Stuart, the Fish Whisperer, is live as well. I got him up right now. So I'm just cruising around YouTube for a bit. Kathy says, hi to Austin. I just like to, when I go live, I like to spend just a minute or two going across the YouTube community, see if anyone else is live. So maybe we could extend some love to our friends, if possible. I'm on video 45 for Love Our Toy Pups. Working my way through today, her playlist. Leave a little message. She needed some 900 watch hours. See if we can do that in a week. Jace, I forget how many he said he had, but not many. He's fast approaching 3,000. Our friend Austin says, how you doing today, Yogi and Peyton? Pretty good. Hey, Catherine Jones, how are you? How's your day going, Catherine? And our friend Austin has been talking about some watch hours. If you guys want to cruise through his playlist. Sabine says, hello, Yogi Eric. Hello, Sabine. Lovely live stream today, my friend. Sabine says hi to Austin. So how you doing, Sabine? I'm taking a suggestion from our friend Love Our Toy Pups. Kathy says, hanging in there, Austin. Hey, William. I was thinking about you today, wondering how you've been. What's new with you, William? You are only days away from starting your new job. I just visited our friend Catherine Jones. She's got some nice videos up. Catherine, let us know if you want subscribers. It's come to my attention that not everyone does. But if you do, happy to subscribe, my friend. Happy to support you, whatever it is that you're endeavoring to do. If anything, I'm not a big endeavorer. My goals are very, very basic, such as they are. I basically live my goals. I want to write, so I write every day. I want to publish, so I have a blog, and I publish on my blog. I publish here on YouTube. I publish on other social media accounts. I want to be a yogi, so I practice yoga every day. The entirety of yoga, from the yamas and niyamas, which are the ethical principles, to meditation, pranayama, the asanas, withdrawal of the senses, concentration, absorption, and samadhi, bliss consciousness, all the way through. Sabine says, please give our yogi your thumbs up. Thank you for that, Sabine. Jacob, my friend, Jacob says, hashtag Jacob Sinky, full support. It's funny that Jacob puts that there. Not funny, haha, not funny, strange, but I smile when I see it. Jacob Sinky says, hashtag Jacob support. Because you know what? Everything Jacob does is full support, full throttle. Jacob holds nothing back. From his reps to his friendships, Jacob leaves nothing behind. It's pretty amazing. He's an amazing young man. I'm proud to call him my friend. Austin says hi to William. Sabine says, I'm fine. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, do you have any thoughts of when Timo might be able to start to edit again? My camera angle seems kind of weird. See if I can fix that. Jacob says, Brother Austin with a wave. Hey, William, are you excited about your job? Sweet says he did today already. How was the pain? Sweet says a bit of editing. Thank you for dropping that link, Jacob. Thank you for dropping all of those links. Timo's with Bax for his walk before we go to bed. So if you have a goal, whatever that goal might be, are you doing it now? Or is it in the future? Because there's the things that you can do right now that support your goal. You don't have to wait. Lots of people do. I will start practicing yoga when I clear a spot. I will start practicing meditation when I have the time. I will become a writer. You know how easy it is to become a writer? Write. You know how easy it is to become a painter? Pick up a brush. Start painting. Do that which it is that you want. I was talking this afternoon. Jacob says, yes, sir. Let's see. Austin drops Jacob's thing. Thank you, Austin. You know what? Jacob, you're a good influence on people. Our friend Austin comes here, drops his link, drops other people's links. He's helping people out. You guys are completely awesome. Look something up right now. It really is that simple, though. So that's why I say that I don't really have goals per se. I'm not a striver. One of the things I learned ultra running was failing, not completing my races. Took me 3 attempts, right? Maybe more. I think it was 3. 3 attempts at a 100-mile race before I finally nailed it a week after my 50th birthday. The first time, I only got 66 miles, and I started feeling disappointed. Put in a lot of training for that race to pull up short. I made so many mistakes. I'll be honest with you. I didn't deserve to finish that race because of the mistakes that I made. Ultra running is like life, a series of challenges. You meet the challenge, you go on. You don't meet the challenge, you stall. But here's what I realized on my as I was waiting for someone to pick me up at the 66-mile aid station, that just ran 66 miles on a beautiful trail in the woods. I spent an entire day and much of the night doing what I absolutely love to do. I could call that a failure because I didn't reach 100 miles, or I could call it a success because I ran 66 miles again on a beautiful, beautiful day. It was on the C&O Canal. I had the C&O Canal on one side, lots of turtles, all kinds of stuff to see. On the other side, I had the Shenandoah River, beautiful river. Beavers, otters, we saw porcupines. There was a bear up ahead. I didn't see it, but I know they were there. Could hear wild turkeys. 66 miles on that. Yeah, I could call it a failure if I wanted, but it certainly wasn't. Hey, be confident. How are you? Confidence says, hey. Let's see. Sabine says, I wish I could do my goal right now, but have to put it off. She also says, not too much pain as before. I'm glad to hear that. Great news. Kathy will be right back. So what is the goal, Sabine? We were going to talk about this once, but I don't think we ever quite got around to. Let's see. It does look a little glitchy. I don't know why. Don't know how to fix it. Maybe it's me. Maybe I am technically squashed. Is it an improvement? Do I look better squashed or elongated? Hey, Anne. Anne, I was thinking about you today. Kathy says hi to be confident. Jacob says savor the confident. I'd love to talk to you about your goals sometime, Sabine. Life says, hey, go on, Life. How are you, my friend? Like done. Life says, hi, Eric, sir. Nice to see you, my friend. Runner Boy says, what's going on with the Thai aspect duration? I don't know. I somehow squashed myself. I don't know how to unsquash myself. I'll play with it after. I'm afraid to push buttons. Who knows what would happen if I press the wrong button? Any suggestions? Any suggestions on how to unsquash myself? I got my desktop up and I noticed that it is weird. How's your weekend been, Ann? Now, sir has retracted his message. That's concerning because you know what? Now, sir could have written the very secret of the universe. It could have been the key to everlasting peace and love, unconditional love. And he looked at it and thought, nah, they're not ready for that. And he retracted it. And now here we are, stuck in the same place we were before. So guys, if you have any tips on how to unsquash me. Wonderboy says, Yogi, new YouTube update. You will now be able to upload 3-minute long shorts. I saw that, which is great news for you because, man, that you could put a lot of your lifting in 3 minutes, and you're also good at editing. I'm not sure, man, can I fill up a 3-minute space? I mean, I could do a 3-minute nature video, but that doesn't necessarily mean it would get more views. I think it would be awesome because you can capture so much in 3 minutes. But they say the average person's attention span is like 12 seconds. And that might be giving people some credit. And it's been busy. You working? Working on your cups? On your mugs? Timo says, Runner Boy, normal audience don't watch most of the 60 seconds. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I am not sure if the 180-second short will be watched 100%. Let's see, go on. Life says, yes, agree. Oh, Life said, how are you? Life, I'm doing pretty good. Except, all right, Sabine says, sometime yogi, but not in here. If you ever want to send me a message, Runner Boy says, I can now upload my hanging time for short. Are you up to 3 minutes now? That's a long time hanging, man. And says, working on the organization of all the supplies. That's the part that's never as much fun, is it? John, the Cookie Monster, says hello from England. Hello, John. How are you? Gotta love the Cookie Monster. Kathy says, I kept kidding kids in my live stream last night, but it isn't content for them. I had to have them removed. Yeah, that's tough. I could see how the kids might be drawn to that subject, though. Kids like the spooky stuff. But yeah, you're probably making the right decision, Kathy. Austin says, Anna's a sweet person. Anna's the best. I agree, Austin. Life is thinking. What are you thinking about, Life? Anne says, Austin, thank you. Austin says hi to John, and he says, you're welcome in. Kathy says, I could get in serious trouble. Yeah, it's better to be safe. Anne is smiling. So yeah, Anne's another one talking about what I was talking about, which is doing that which you love to do. And she does. She is doing her crafts and sharing them out. I absolutely love that. This is why, I mentioned before that I really think the only thing I'm halfway decent with on YouTube is simply talking. And I'm not so sure I'm that good at that either. Occasionally I can put the words in proper order. Occasionally, not all the time, as you've so often heard. Jacob says, hit the like button or double tap that screen. And I often wonder, I've stated my interest in earning an income, and I refuse to say making a living. No one makes a living. What a big confusion we have with that, making a living. And we go through life believing that we're making a living by working jobs that don't serve our highest purpose, that drain us of energy, that drain us of joy, so that we can retire at the age of 65 to spend time with a family that has already grown up and has kids of their own. Doesn't seem right. And it doesn't have to be that way. John says, America is crazy. Yeah, it is. I can't deny that. I was going to say, man, Western civilization is crazy, but Western civilization is now prevalent all over. You know, we've had such an influence on the Far East. You know, we're no crazier than China. We're no crazier than, um, man, I don't know. We're all pretty crazy, aren't we? Different ways. There's little pockets of uncraziness out there we could learn a whole lot from. If you look at the blue zones, areas around the world where people live to be 100 consistently and not just 100 chronologically, but they seem ageless. They have lots of joy. I be looking at myself on my desktop and I see how squashed the video is, and I'm wondering what button I accidentally pushed. Austin says, I just shared you out, Yogi. Thank you, Austin. One of the components, one of the key consistency, the traits that these blue zones have is joy, community, easy exercise. None of them are doing extremely hard burpees in their basement or running ultramarathons. Jacob says, shared you out. Thank you, Jacob. And if they're practicing yoga, which they are, but not the type of yoga that we're talking about, it's what Nisargadatta Maharaj called Niskara yoga, natural yoga. They garden. Garden's yoga. Working with your hands is yoga. Doing crafts, it's yoga. So is writing. Yoga, the word itself means, in Sanskrit, it means yoke, join. That's where we get the word yoke. Not as in egg yolk, but yoke as in joined together. And in actuality, everything is already joined. It is the realization that everything is already joined. So anything, if you're working with your crafts, there comes a point when you're so concentrated on what you're doing, everything else falls away. And Zen, they call it satori, an instant awakening. You're just absorbed. It's one of the 8 limbs of yoga, absorption. You're absorbed in the task. You are practicing yoga, remembering who you truly are. Quantum physics, it's the observer effect, that there is no separation between the observer and that which is observed. That's meditation. That's what happens when you transcend in transcendental meditation. Austin says, Jacob, I'm getting to share you out too. Thank you, Jacob. Or thank you, Austin. I'm sorry. And Jacob says, thank you, brother Austin. Man, I love seeing you guys work for each other. All of you. If there's something, as I mentioned before, if you have a goal, there's something that you guys want on YouTube, you're working towards, you want to be monetized, or you just want to share your message with more people, which is an extremely noble goal. Or you're like our friend Be Confident. You're a supporting channel. You're like Jacob. See, Jacob's got a supporting channel. Her Siegfried is a supporting channel. Walking with Goldie, supporting channel. How noble is that? Here's what they want. They want to help you. Jacob puts in big reps working out. And then he comes here, where he goes to Reapers, or he'll go to Buddha's, someone else's, and then he'll spend time helping that channel grow, helping people make connections, sharing out links. And then when he's done, what does he do? Does he say, hey, Yogi, I just worked really hard for you. Don't forget to thank me. He thanks me. Says, thank you. Thank you, my friend, for letting me come here and work for other people. Jacob wouldn't claim this. Jacob's a yogi. Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga in the Bhagavad Gita, a discourse between Arjuna, the divine prince, the archer, and his charioteer, who was no less than Krishna. Krishna gave him sage counsel, how to transcend karma. Karma meaning action, not punishment, not vengeance, not justification. It's just action. For every action, there's a consequence. For every consequence, there's another action that follows. And so on and so on. And there you go. We have life. However, most of us do some pretty crappy actions, including thoughts. Thought is an action. Emerson said, the ancestor to every action is a thought. Course in Miracles is all about changing our thoughts, but not through effort. We don't examine every thought and say, change, switch, get out of my head. We hand it over to the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is our connection to who we truly are. Intimacy. Seems an awful long reach to reach for God, although it isn't. As the Sufis say, God is nearer than the nearest breath. But we think it is. So we need that intimacy. It's easier to reach for the Holy Spirit. And instead of forcibly trying to change our thoughts, which is a task of impossibility, we hand it all over to the Holy Spirit. I know my thoughts are wrong because they've given me the life that is, as our friend John the Cookie Monster said, crazy. Look at the life that we have. Violence, warfare, political discord, neighbor against neighbor, country against country, chasing after money, currency. It's an energy. It's not a real thing. There's really no such thing as money. Doesn't mean I don't want it. Not a whole lot. Just enough to pay my bills. Spending an entire lifetime chasing after something that we've made up, that we've given meaning. Let's see. Austin said, or Jacob says, yes, sir. And Austin says, yes, sir. Welcome, Jacob. And Sabine says, okay, I will say bye for now. Take care, everyone. And Yogi Eric, bless you all. Bless you, Sabine. Lovely live stream this evening. Let's see. Roger says, happy Sunday, Eric. Happy Sunday, Roger. How are you? So none of that stuff is good or bad in and of itself. Except for, what does it add? Or what does it detract from? Are you happier chasing after an imaginary currency? Are you happier in political discord? Are you more secure when one country is fighting another? Or are you distracted? The latest TV show, the latest movie, the newest magazine, cable news, what this political candidate said, what the other political candidate said, that keeps you from really examining that your very thoughts based upon fear have created the world in which we live in. And if you want a better world, you got to change your thinking. And it's impossible for the ego to change its thinking. And we believe that we are the ego. We believe that we're the narrator in our head. But we're not. We are the witness to the thoughts. So again, we could spend a lifetime going to therapy, reading self-help books, running ultramarathons, doing things to chase that voice away or to change it, and it never will. Maybe with a lot of hard work, we get an occasional better thought. But if you know that the ego is based on fear and only fear because it knows it is not real, and you hand it over to the Holy Spirit, you hand it over to the Tao, you hand it over to Krishna or to Jesus, whomever, that's it. You don't got to do the work. Someone way smarter than who we are, who is actually who we are, but we don't remember, will do all the work for you. Just hand it over. Here's what you asked to do. You are asked to forgive. true forgiveness. Maybe one of the hardest things in the world for the ego. But we're not asking the ego to do it. We're asking the Holy Spirit to do it. Let's see. Roger says, does anyone know if you can put a hyperlink in a video description? Or is it just on the post option of live video short? I've seen a lot of posts go to check out at. Yeah, I do the checkout at. I don't do a hyperlink. If you put the at, everything comes up. So to answer your question, I don't know. I just do the at, and then whatever happens, happens. Let's see. Roger says, I'm wondering how to, if able, to put in the description. Hey, Timo. Timo says, hello, Roger Stafford. You know what? Timo is the one to ask. That's his expertise. If you want to know how to do something, ask Timo. Doesn't matter what it is. He'll know how to do it. Roger says, that's what I meant. So if you do the at, like when I shared out Optimob's live stream, I put live with, and then I typed the at, and I started typing out Optimob, and his channel came up, and I just click on that. I don't know if we can do that in the chat. I don't think we can. That's okay. Timo says, if you have to write, for example, Eric McCarty 6.5, it will show up in gray. You have to tap the link. Then in the video or description, lock to the channel. Roger says, please email me under my favorite playlist. I will get back to you if you can, sir. And that's what I think is gray, not blue, like the post option to take you there. Interesting. You take my herbal sleep supplement. Let's see. What did we get here from Timo? So he put his link for his channel. Osmov says, here you can see what I'm talking about. You can use copy and paste. Roger says, sorry to interrupt you, Yogi. Please keep explaining the former thought. Didn't mean to change the subject. Man, every subject is a good subject. I'm good talking about anything, even if I don't know anything about it, like right now. I don't actually even remember what I was talking about. Which, again, doesn't matter, because I'll just start talking about something else. Timo says, sorry, I wouldn't interrupt. I try only to help. Hey, that's what the chat's all about. It's not about me yapping away. Okay, maybe it's a little bit about me yapping away. But I can do that anytime. If we can have a conversation that helps people, man, we're on YouTube. So most people have a vested interest in YouTube. As Timo said, he tries only to help. Man, if I can provide a platform and a few minutes that Timo can help out a friend, Awesome. That's why we're here. That's why I tell people also, check out people who are live. I'll be here. I'm going to talk for at least an hour, so 25 more minutes at least. I'm going to try to get to bed early tonight. That's the goal. That's the plan. I said I didn't have any goals. My goal is to sleep earlier. But I honestly don't mind if people go to another live stream. That's fine. Let's support our friends. I'll be here. One of the basic premises of A Course in Miracles that I absolutely love is that we receive that which we give. In that sense, I would urge all of you to be 100% selfish. 100% selfish. What do you want? Do you want more subscribers? Do you want more views? Do you want more friends? Be selfish. If you receive what you give, and that's what you want, then give support. Go out and subscribe to other people. Go out and give people watch hours. Do stuff for other people, and you receive. Simple. If you want to be abundant, you can't hoard. Abundance is an energy. Timo says you have to type every channel, a lot of work. Roger says, won't take me there, Timo. Just tried it. It's great, not underlined. I think sometimes it might depend on what system you are. Like if I drop a link from my desktop, it doesn't, only if you're on a desktop too, can you click on it. If not, it returns back to me. Let's see. Roger says, no worries, Timo. Timo, it was about opening to the Holy Spirit or taking away the ego. From what I heard, just got here. My bad, mostly. No bad at all, my friend. Let's see. Timo says, I was writing a mail and saw the conversation on my screen in another browser. I have only 4 copyright claims for my stream. What does that mean, Timo? Hey, T. T, how are you? How is your energy level, Bumblebee T? So, yeah, Roger, you're right. I was talking about, thank you for that link, Jacob. I was talking about forgiveness being too great a task for the ego because the ego doesn't want to forgive. If the ego forgives, it's diminished. If it's diminished, we see through it. If we see through it, we see that it is not real, illusory. We gain our freedom, but the ego is seen through. So if it's too big for us to do, what do? We turn it over. We can actually say, too big for me. Can't do it. Holy Spirit, please help. I will do what you say. Every live stream, say a little prayer. For me, I said I don't have any goals. Maybe that's not true. My goal is to be more prayerful. And by prayer, it's not beseeching. It's not down on my knees and saying, please fix this. Please do this. It's saying, please allow me to extend myself in love, to forgive in every possible scenario. Please allow me to be a voice of love on this live stream. And if I'm not, please remind me that I can choose love instead of this. I can choose peace instead of this. I can forgive instead of this. That's it. And I try to say that prayer over and over and over again. Every live stream, every big situation, every little situation. It takes a moment. Just takes a moment. Let's see. Optima says deleting sequences of the stream. Not sure I understand. So for the stream that you did this evening, for copyright claims, T says, good energy. Well, that's good. Bad night. I'm sorry. Slept into the afternoon. At least you slept. T says, good energy, good mood. Happy to hear that. Did 20 minutes of exercise today. Little and when able to helps, not daily. That's what counts. You do it when you're able. Recover. Man, I can't stress that enough. Recover. Feel good. It's an important thing to say to ourselves, and we miss that. I want to feel good. It almost sounds sinful to us sometimes. I want to feel good, and we have a guilt. Why should I feel good when so many other people don't? Ask for it. Claim it. I want to feel good. Sandesh says, hi to Eric. Sandesh, my friend, how are you? Appreciate you being here. Optimop says, take care. That is take care, right? I very often get my acronyms confused. Right. Thank you. Sandesh says, I was down with fever, so I couldn't join last few weeks. I'm good now. I'm glad you're feeling better. Man, that's a long time. Last few weeks. I'm sorry, my friend. T says, I'm due to go out shopping with Kiara tomorrow. Nice. Timo says, I've learned so much in the last few years. Hey, Timo, I heard you mentioned in your live stream last year at this time, you had like 400 subscribers. It's amazing. I wish YouTube had stats of where we've been. You know, when we started, I know I started thinking about doing more with my channel about a year ago. And then it was in January or so when I decided, let's see what I can do. I mentioned before, professional live streamer, is there such a thing? Can it be such a thing? And can I do it? And the answer is across the board, I don't know. Sandish says, I wish to DoorDash bagels to my friend Eric with cream cheese, garlic, and herbs. Would you be interested, Eric? Sandish, my friend, that's a wonderful gesture. However, being a vegan, I can't eat or don't eat cream cheese, and I don't eat about 2 to 3 hours before I go to sleep, which isn't that far away from right now. But man, what a beautiful gesture. Thank you so much. I mentioned to people who sometimes offer such beautiful gifts. I hope you guys realize the gift that you're giving me right now. The gift of just a little bit of attention, that you're here listening, being my friend. I don't take that gift lightly at all. Each and every one of you, deeply appreciated. And then when we have a friend like Sadesh, who hasn't been feeling well, and he comes and spends some time and he offers to do something so beautiful, just makes me realize, I was talking about some of the difficulties of the world at large. Even in the difficulties, you have that strain of love showing through. And there it was right there from our friend Sendish. You never know where it's going to be, who it's going to be from. Stay open to it. Be open to the synchronicities of life, the meaningful coincidences that will lead you to something deeper. Roger says, went to church with my friend Jane and then walked 4+ miles on a live today and took a 50-yard swim as well. Wow. Now I'm getting mental clarity. Thanks to you, Eric. Spiritually, physically, mentally fit. Man, Roger, that's awesome. It's a big day. Hey, I'm sorry I missed you live. T says, Roger, that's great. It is. Roger says, trying to keep the emotions in check. I've got a lot of work to do to get right. Roger, my little suggestion for what it's worth is we will never be able to get our emotions in check. That sounds discouraging, but it's also the good news. We're not supposed to keep emotions in check. That's what they are. Emotions, energy, emotion, energy, emotion. Energy is always in motion. However, when we do practices like you just did, going to church, you're getting that spiritual sustenance. You walked 4 miles, you swam 50 yards, you spent time with a friend. You're sharing your story here. What it does is it does not give you control over your emotions. There's nothing to control. But everything is tampered down. You become aware of the emotions because awareness is who you are. You are the witness to your emotions. You're not the emotion itself. Does the cloud ever try to, or does the sky ever try to control the clouds or the treetops or the birds? You are the sky. In Buddhism, especially Dzogchen Buddhism, they do a meditation, blue sky, clear sky meditation, where we just open as the sky, open as the sky. So knowing that you are awareness and not the emotion yourself, the emotions automatically become easier just through awareness, just through the lens of awareness. The entirety of yoga is learning that you are awareness. And again, it's not changing your thoughts. It's not changing your emotions. Every emotion is triggered by a thought. What A Course in Miracles says, do not seek to change your behavior. Seek to change the condition that causes the behavior. And that's when you turn it over to the Holy Spirit. And again, don't get caught up on the term Holy Spirit. If it's like something that you doesn't resonate with you, you can just as easily say the Tao, Krishna, connection, the source, love. Optimov says, oops, forgot to hit the like. Thank you, Timo. I appreciate that. 19 likes, not a bad night. Much appreciated, guys. What I found through meditation and breath work, for one, both of them change the central nervous system. It rewires us neurologically. Anger is still present, but it's expressed differently. We can call it sort of choiceless awareness. I don't purposely have to choose peace. Peace is an ever-present object. You just need to remember that I can step into it at any moment. And when I get caught up in the opposite, when I get caught up in anger, when I get caught up in frustration, when I get caught up in guilt, when I get caught up in jealousy, name an emotion, Voltaire, who said, nothing human is foreign to me. We're open to it all. But through plain old being aware of it, by opening up those neurological pathways to options instead of, in yoga, it's called samskaras, emotional imprints that have been wired into our brain deeply, and we have a response for everything. It's like, Roger, I don't know how old you are, but do you remember the LPs, record albums? If you put the record needle on side 2, Zeppelin 4, you're always going to hear Led Zeppelin side 2, Zeppelin 4, no matter what you want. You might want to hear the Beatles. Man, I'm really dating myself. But as long as you put the needle on a Led Zeppelin album, you're only going to hear Led Zeppelin. As long as you put the needle on anger, you're always going to hear anger. You're always going to express anger. What meditation, the practice of yoga, deep prayer work, breath work, exercise, what all of that does through the process of awareness, it erases those mental imprints. They become lighter. And now we become responsive. We regain our response ability, our ability to respond. So the reactions, they might still occur, but now there's that split second where we realize, I'm sliding over here, the needle is sliding over to side 2 of Led Zeppelin 4, and I don't want it to. So I lean over and I put it on the Beatles. Not saying the Beatles are better than Led Zeppelin, just different. However, the Beatles are better than Led Zeppelin. Prove me wrong. So, I always talk about yoga. Everything's yoga. Swimming 500 yards mindfully is yoga. Walking 4 miles with a lovely friend mindfully, knowing, and by mindfully, I'm not saying taking a step. It's just being aware that I have the lovely presence of a friend. I have the full capabilities of my body to walk 4 miles. I have lungs that allow me to draw in air from an infinite supply given to me, unasked. The grace of air. Let's see. Roger says, resonates perfectly with me. All things come from God, Buddha, good thoughts, lotus flowers, and many teachers. All things are from Adonia, 49 years young. Decade older. I'm a decade older. Well said. Man, actually beautifully said, Roger. Jacob says, thank you for having me on your live stream once again, Brother Mr. Yogi. Truly appreciate it. Much love and respect. Big salute. Big salute to you, my friend. That is our friend Jacob. That's what he does. He helps people, and then he thanks you for the opportunity to help people. So I mentioned in a lot of live streams that I know nominally I teach meditation and breath work for a living. Although I consider myself now, especially after getting encouraging words from Love Our Toy Pups, who said, there's no reason why you can't. No reason why you can't be a professional YouTuber. Professional live streamer, nonetheless. Our good friend, Noble Scrolling Traveler, is here. How are you, my friend? How's school? How's school? How's the job? How is the 10K running? And when are you going to friend me on Facebook, man? So what I was saying, that yes, I'm a meditation teacher. I teach the entirety of the path of yoga. I don't teach yoga asanas. I'm certified, but there's such an emphasis on that, and it's not my specialty. I do practice them. It's not what I want to teach. I spent the majority of my life doing physical stuff. Um, you can find so many great yoga teachers on YouTube. Yoga with Adrian, beautiful channel. So I don't need to put my little part in there. I'm not the best at it anyway. But I am a good meditation teacher. I am a good breathwork coach. And I do love talking about the philosophy of yoga. But anyway, what I'm saying is, I always tell people I teach my friends, my family, absolutely for free. If you are here, you are a friend, and you are family, reach out to me, send me an email. I will teach you breath work. I will teach you meditation. If you want. Anyone wants. Roger says, my friend and partner Jane was sick actually, Yogi. I had you guys in spirit. And also, you could stay a while there. You were in the live at the time. One of these times, if it is meant, I will see you there. I will be on the lookout for you. Kathy says, hi, Roger and Noble. Roger says, hi to see Peyton. Guys, if you're able to, if you got some free time, go hang out with our friend Kathy, see Peyton. She did a live stream last night. She has 3 new videos out last week. Who knows what she has planned for this week? Sniper says, greetings again, Eric and chat. Greetings, Sniper. Hey, what did you decide to do about making charcoal? So, I don't know if you guys heard. I know Sniper was in here when I was talking about it earlier. T, if you're still here, you might find this interesting. Mocha is spending the evening Washington, D.C. at a concert. She's seeing the Psychedelic Furs. Kathy says, I'm thinking about doing another live stream. When are you thinking about doing it? Sniper says, the weather decided for me. It's raining yet again. That's good, Sniper. But as you mentioned, man, it's going to be good for you to get some extra sleep. Kathy says, I was thinking about tonight, but I will have to see how things go. Well, I will probably be asleep shortly, but make sure you let me know. You can send me the link in the morning if you want, if you do decide. So for those who are connected, with Kathy, and hopefully all of you guys are connected, make sure you hit all notifications. So let's see, it is almost an hour in the live stream. Just a minute, I'm going to shut things down for the evening. Roger says, Godspeed all. Till then, going to head on. Hey Roger, thanks for spending some time. Neville says, just sent you a friend request. I saw that. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. Hey, man, it's nice to connect. I like when the worlds become a bit more seamless. You know what I mean? You don't have YouTube friends, you don't have Facebook friends, you don't have Instagram friends, you just have friends. Kathy says, my daughter hadn't slept in a couple of days, so she's still asleep. I'm sorry to hear that, Kathy. I'm glad that she's getting some sleep now. So, Noble, life is good? Let's see. Noble says, I live streamed yesterday and will today. Man, I'm afraid I might miss your live stream. I might miss Kathy's too if she goes live, as I'll be going to bed in just a little bit. Life has been really good, buddy. Jobs have been great. School is fantastic, and fraternity is treating me well. Man, I'm really happy to hear that. That's awesome. You know what? No one deserves it more, Noble. All right. So, guys, I think I'm going to wrap things up. Seppa says, greetings to Noble. Kathy says, hi to Squirrel. So be on the lookout for each other. Kathy might be going live. Noble said he will. There's nothing like a noble scrolling traveler live stream. Noble says, how has life been for you? Also, I've been getting in. Great. And I can see a great difference. That's awesome. Or a noble squirrel. Every squirrel is noble in its own way. Noble. I've been pretty good. Oh, did I finish telling my story? Mocha seeing the psychedelic furs. I don't remember if I finished. Noble says, my fitness has been paying off. Glad to hear that. Kathy says, good night, Eric. Good night, Kathy. I hope you do go live stream. Noble says, that treadmill treating you kind, Noble. Noble says, hello, Squirrel Sniper. Yeah, man, fitness pays off huge in all aspects of life. We don't realize it. One little thing out of whack, and the entirety of our life is off. But we somehow can't put our finger on it. Tweak your diet just a little bit, things are better. Get some movement, some motion in your life, things are better. Meditate, things are a lot better. Get some breath work, and now we're getting it. Noble says, I started going to the gym and feeling fantastic. That's great. That's the way to do it. Noble's making those big changes. Not to mention school, just back in school. All right. My goal was an hour, and I'm an hour and 5 minutes. Noah says, no more working out at home. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I could join another gym. I spent the last years of the 1970s, the entirety of the 1980s, the entirety of the 1990s, all the way up to about 2010 in gyms. 2010 or so, I quit working in a gym and opened up my own home. I always had stuff to do at home, extra workouts, but I had the space. Mocha and I bought a home in 2006. So we had a home gym. And that's when I started my own business, training people. Did quite well for a long period of time. When I had to shut it down completely with the COVID shutdown, mainly because I was caring for my father, congestive heart failure, I couldn't take the risk of him catching anything, not even a cold at that point. So I lost my business. Things unraveled a bit as I had to. If I held on to anything then, it would not have served me to be the best caregiver that I could have been for my father. Number one priority. Only thing I had to do. And I've told this story a bit in different ways. When after my father passed away, I was grieving my father as well. I was grieving my role as a caregiver. What do you do when the entirety of your focus has been giving care to someone and then that person's gone? So you grieve the loss of your loved one and you're grieving the loss of an identity. But it was a moment of really great realization, great insight that a caregiver isn't an identity. It's who we are. We're all caregivers. And now I have the entirety of the world to give care to. And that's when I started doing some YouTube stuff. That's when I got my certification to teach meditation. Let's see. Sniper says, I moved 2 trees, 60 pieces of 2-foot length, and stacked for Christmas carving. Wow. I hope you do the Christmas carving on your community channel. Looking forward to my new carving saw, new carving saw, and a new chapter to the channel. Hey, let us know about the new chapter. If you get an opportunity to stop in tomorrow, tell us all about it. And more importantly, what can we do to help? What can we do to help with the unfolding of the new chapter of Squirrel Sniper? I'm all in, 1,000%. You got my support. Squirrel Sniper is a moderator, and I've mentioned before he's a moderator extraordinaire. More importantly, Squirrel Sniper is a friend. He's got my back. I can do no less. Do the same for him. Happily so. The same with each of you guys. I got you back. Let me know what you need. Let me know what you want. All right. I'll tell you what I want. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to do a bit of reading. I talked before about contemplative reading before bed. Don't read fiction. Don't read anything that gets your mind stirring. I'm not saying ever. Of course, read fiction. Fiction's great. Favorite books are fiction. But when you go to bed, you want something that calms the mind, and you want to plant seeds that will blossom in your life. You're planting seeds in the subconscious mind as you go to sleep. Read the Bible, read the Tao, read the Bhagavad Gita, read Kabbalah, read the Zohar, read Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. I don't care. Read it all. But you want something that is slightly boring so it calms the mind down. Sniper says, those kinds of words will resonate a long way, my friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of reading, close my eyes, I'll do my breath work in bed. I've been alternating between the 4-8 breathing and the 4-7-8. Breathing in for 4, holding the breath for a count of 7. Exhaling, you can do it through the nose or you can do it through the mouth with a whoosh for a count of 8. For sleep, I think it's better going through the nose. It's called the Serenity Breath. So give it a try. See if it helps. I'm going to see everyone later. Take care.